Ladies and gentlemen, Marco is here. Aren't you happy? Isn't this exciting? All right, make me go viral, guys. You guys are awesome. I totally feel the love. I totally feel the love in this difficult time for all of us. I really want you guys to feel good as well. That's why I'm here to motivate you. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're all here together in this to get rid of the coronavirus. Staying home is the only solution. If the virus doesn't have anyone to send it off to, then it pretty much virtually disappears, all right? But we have to make sure it's totally safe for us. Otherwise, it's just no point, right? Like we have to make sure we are safe, all right? At the end of the day, our happiness really relies on feeling comfortable again and getting that power back that was taken away from us when we had this virus come into play, all right? So really want to say thank you all very much for you guys being here. I really want to be your number one YouTuber, all right? I really want you guys to say, hey, this guy really makes an effort uh, for me to have something to enjoy, right? I really want you guys to see that. I really want you guys to say, hey, this guy is like so good. That some people like Mike Miller. This is a great example. So Mike Miller sees my skills. He sees that I'm really, really good. He says I'm better than Madonna even, and I'm like, okay, Madonna's really, really good. So I must be very, very good. As soon as I can see it, I'm like, I feel like I'm better than Madonna too. But and now she's older, so I mean that's probably one of the reasons why. But when she was young, she was phenomenal. She still looks amazing, and she's great. But she's in her 60s, so I am younger. But she's really amazing. But to say that I'm better than Madonna, I'm like, thank you, Mike Miller. All right, thank you. All right, so thank you all for being here. Really appreciate delivering this show for you guys. I'm really happy we can connect. I'm really happy that I can make you guys feel really, really good. Now, as you can tell, I'm ready for summer. Look at this outfit. I could totally wear this outside in the summer when I'm not stuck at home. All right. Now remember, if you did see me out today, I do go out to run errands or do things, but only because I have to, right? You have to stay home. I do the same thing. I know it's annoying. I know. I don't like to stay home. I'd rather go out and party and do whatever. But I mean, now that businesses are closing, shutting their doors, it's easier to stay home than it was before. I mean, before you're like, I want to do this, and that, right? But now you're stuck at home, and it's not so bad because everybody's kind of stuck at home because nothing's open, right? But um, you know, I know it's tempting. You want to go out, running errands. If you have something to do to run an errand, by all means, we all need to get food. We all need to get something. If you have to go somewhere where maybe if you have to go to a restaurant, be quick about it. But just take it. I think most restaurants now will only do takeout. I don't think most restaurants have people sitting inside. So it's not like, I mean, at this point, it's not like we have much of a choice. I mean, we either stay home or go to a business that's going to kick us out anyway. So it's not like we have much choice, but try to enjoy it, right? Maybe start a YouTube channel. Maybe you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. Now's the time. Maybe you always wanted to. Maybe you always wanted to go. Maybe you're someone that's a business owner and you have a lot of money and you're like, maybe it's time you spend more time with the family. You've always been working really hard. Maybe it's time you spend more time with the family, right? So it's important that you establish that kind of connectedness with the world and sort of like that kind of kindness. Maybe you've been running around rampant, kind of being not yourself, or maybe you've just been sort of like so, so worried about people because they've always just been saying stuff about you, whatever. Because people have been acting pretty weird lately. So this might be kind of. I mean, it's not like it's a thing that nobody deserves this, but if you've been running around and being cruel or whatever, or playing games, now it's time to say, and everyone's at fault. People play games all the time, but if you've been someone like that, maybe you're like, oh, maybe now it's time. Maybe I should not play games. Maybe it's time for me to get real and be like, yeah, it's time to be kind. Yeah, it's time to take this thing really seriously, right? And I'm not saying anyone. I don't know who's playing games or who's doing whatever, but people have been very, like, as you can see in the media and different things. Some of the songs even sing about it. So this is kind of like a wake up call. Not a good one. We don't want to have a wake up call, but it's kind of like a change now. Everyone's like, okay, what do I do now? Well, maybe I should treat people better. And people get in this rut and they kind of think, oh, I'm not getting what I deserve. I'm not feeling good. So they get kind of antsy and play games or do whatever. Now you're thinking to yourself, maybe I should, be kinder. Maybe I should. Oh, and some people might take it the other way. They might be like, I've been working really hard to make sure I please everybody, and now I have to really focus on me. I have to focus on what I have to do. I've been really nice, and people have been treating me a certain way, and now I'm like, now I gotta take care of myself. I gotta make sure I have enough for what I need. So it's important that we say to ourselves, maybe this is a wake up call that might be really helpful. Now, of course, we shouldn't have to have it come to this, but maybe you're like, well, maybe I didn't want to be that way. Maybe I was like playing games and I really didn't like it. So, now I think, and the only sad thing is that it's really detrimental to a lot of people. Some people are really struggling now. Unfortunately, it's very difficult for you to have kind of like uh, the life that you're wanting because you have some people aren't. I think the statistic now is 27% of the population isn't able to pay their bills. Now, isn't that crazy? Like literally 4 weeks ago, people may have been living check to check, but they knew they were going to work. They knew they had something stable in their minds. Because even though you have something stable, you're not guaranteed necessarily, but people knew they liked their job, they got along with their coworkers, they had a lot of fun, so they knew, yeah, I got something stable, and all of a sudden this happened, right? So, it makes you really feel like, and for me, I've been kind of like, well, I wanna, I'm competitive, I wanna be strong, I wanna be a leader, I wanna do this and that, and this is kind of a wake up call for me too. Now I have to do things differently. So I'm at home now instead of going out all the time. So you kind of realize, you have to treat people well, be kind, and also look after yourself and make sure you have everything you want. You want to make sure that you pay attention to your own needs because you can't be loving to anybody else or good to anybody else unless you look at your own needs. You have to look at your own needs, right? And if there are people that think, oh, looking over your own needs, you're being selfish. No, that's not the case, right? Looking over your own needs is very important because you have to, in order to be able to give to someone else, you have to look after your own needs, right? So, and especially now, I think now is a really difficult time. I think it's very out of the ordinary to have a time like this. I didn't think this was going to happen in my lifetime. I really didn't. But people are kind of like clueless until something happens to them, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that would happen." So anyway, thank you all for being here. Um, I think that made sense. I'm not sure if it did, but if you can sort of see what I'm talking about, you might be like, "Yeah, this is kind of a wake-up call, and not a very good one because nobody deserves this kind of issues or anything like that." But I mean, for me, I was really kind of just going out all the time randomly, not really as much focused, and now I'm kind of got more. I got more of an idea of what I want to do, where I want to go. So I mean, this has been something that's kind of worked out for me. Luckily for me, I have very good support, so I'm fine. But some other people might be like, "This is a wake up call," but I'm in serious trouble. So hopefully there's and 27% of the population not being able to pay their bills. That's very very sad. That's a really tough thing for people. So it's really important that we recognize what we have and that we help those that maybe might be struggling. Um, it's important that we see the good in others, that we see kind of like the strength in others, and that we give when we can. All right, and if you're the kind of person that's very selfish and does everything for yourself, I'm not going to argue that if that's how you want to be. That's cool too. I'm in a place now where I'm not really able to help too much, but I still help. I still do help in the best way that I can. Um, I'm not rich by any means at all. I don't make that much money at all. I mean, I work as a car salesman, but I mean, I'm really not making a heck of a lot of money. I just don't spend a lot because I'm just so. I'm obviously you can tell I don't eat too much or anything, and I'm not a smoker. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I don't drink coffee. I don't smoke. Yeah, like I said, I don't smoke. So for me, spending is not something I do a heck of a lot. So I don't really have that many issues right now with my finances. Um, I was able to do the car salesman job from home, selling cars on the phone. So I'm very lucky doing that. So yes, so I mean, I was able to transfer my jobs. Luckily for me, I'll be able to pay my bills, barely, but I will. And I will be able to buy new things for Marco and Melina, which is nice. I'm looking forward to that. It's tough though. I don't make very much money, but like I said, I seriously don't spend a lot. Um, and so now that I'm not going out as much, I don't even leave the house really. So unless I'm running an errand, so for me, I'm doing good. I'm doing quite well. I mean, for me, I kind of feel like this is when things get back to normal, I will limit the time that I go out because I really enjoy making videos for you guys, and I think it's fun, and I mean, I will benefit from it eventually. So to me, it's kind of nice. I really like being at home. I didn't realize I was more of a homebody than I was, but I do like it. I will go out, of course, still, but I'm going to sort of prioritize where I'm going. I don't want to go out randomly for no reason and not really go somewhere where it's kind of like, well, this is not that great. Or you just go out for the sake of going out. Now I'm like, I really do enjoy being at home. I do like it, so it's nice. So anyway, so if you want to comment below what lessons you've learned from this situation, I'm hoping you're not struggling. There are a lot of people that are really doing quite badly right now, unfortunately. So unfortunately for them, I really hope they get out of it soon. The government is very good. I mean, they can't help everyone, but they are going to do their best. And I really believe we have a really great government. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys get out of the situation that you're in, the rut that you're in with the situation right now. I'm hoping that to some people it really has benefited them. I've learned a lot from this experience. Luckily for me, I'm not sick and I live in a smaller city, so it's not as bad here. I mean, but we're all working together. I think Manitobans are really taking a serious look at this situation and saying, a lot of us in Manitoba and Winnipeg are really feeling like we're on top of it. I think a lot of us are doing the right thing by social distancing and staying home. So I'm really happy about being where I am. I think there are some places where it's just not good. UK had a lockdown. Italy had a lockdown. I think China, I'm not sure what China is doing, but I mean it's crazy at some places, and I'm very lucky to be in a place where we can see all this and say, hey, wait a minute, we can learn from this. These places are doing really, really, really bad. We don't want to get there. How are we going to do that as a team? How are we going to do that as individuals coming together as a team in Winnipeg? So we all did this, and we're all going to get out of this quite well and quite strong. So I'm really happy that I live in a place like this. So thank you all. People may have made fun of Winnipeg for a long time and said negative things, but I really do like it. And I think a lot of people do like Winnipeg. I think it's gotten out of the bad rap that it has in the past. I think many people do like it and feel that it's not as bad as they may have thought it was or whatever. I mean, when I was younger, everybody made fun of Winnipeg, made it seem pretty bad. There are people that are doing quite well in Winnipeg, some really nice homes, lots of things being built that are new. Really great stuff in Winnipeg. The Four Seasons are beautiful. like the four different seasons that we have. So it's quite nice to be in a city where people are friendlier, even though people can be cruel everywhere, but people are friendlier. It's kind of like a nice environment. The People help each other out here more so. People do a lot more. Uh, People do a lot more. But I think it's improved a lot. I think the coolness factor of Winnipeg has changed, and I think with this whole situation being the way that it is, I think Winnipeg might be a better, more sought out more for entertainment than it once was. I think like because of the way situations are going in New York right now and different things in different cities that normally like even Milan. I mean, I think Milan is doing quite bad. I don't know. I can't actually see it, but I'm not going to go over there to find out. But I mean, from what I'm hearing on the news, so I mean, it sounds terrible. I mean, lockdown. New York is having major issues. It's really sad. I feel bad for them. They've been very popular and very successful. I can't wait till New York is back on its feet again. And I don't want any celebrities to get ill. I don't want celebrities to get sick. I can't wait for Italy and Milan and all that to get better. A lot of the people that are, I mean, for me, I love entertainment. So I love it. So I want it to go back to the way that it was. But I think people are going to start realizing that Winnipeg is very, very good. It's phenomenal. I love it. I've always loved Winnipeg, but I think now it's a bigger city. And the population really hasn't changed a heck of a lot, but the things that are offered here are a lot more. So I'm really happy that I live here. For now, I may move, but I do like the city very much. And judging from the situation right now, it's pretty fantastic that we live in a city that has done quite well in this situation. So, and we see all the other places and they're suffering. So we really want to say, hey, wait a minute, we got something good going on here. All right. So I'm really grateful that you guys could join me. Welcome. Any requests, any songs? I will do the requests tomorrow. I know I keep saying I will do the requests. Just even if I don't do them tomorrow, just be patient with me, please. All right? I am doing my best. I do a lot of stuff. As you can tell, I'm always very busy. So I will get to them eventually. I would never ever diss my fans or ever say I'm not gonna do something. I mean, when I'm really really famous, I may not even see requests, but that are sent to me. But for now, I can see them all, and I want to get them all done for you. All right. So I will do that when I have time. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe by the weekend. I'm gonna try my best to do it as soon as I can. I'm sorry, guys, but I will. And then I owe Mike Miller a shout out because I haven't done his request. All right. Thank you guys in the next video. Thank you, and please click that subscribe button. Please click that subscribe button. Thank you.